welcome to Tomorrow News. I'm Chavi Sompura. Deadly storm floods NYC, brings trees down in Philadelphia. A powerful storm caused heavy rain in the northeast on Thursday evening, flooding roads and subways in New York City and sending 2 barges ashore in New Jersey. 2 people perished in flooded New York City basements, according to ABC7. In Philadelphia earlier in the day, a tree fell onto a moving car during heavy rain, killing the driver. High winds caused power outages with approximately 15,000 customers in both New York and New Jersey without power during the storm's peak. The storm, which drew in additional moisture from Hurricane Melissa, featured rainfall rates of 1 inch per hour, AccuWeather-led hurricane experts said. The high rain rates, along with clogged storm drains from fall leaves, led to the New York City flooding. The heavy rain broke daily rainfall records across the region, including Central Park, LaGuardia Airport, Newark, Baltimore, and Williamsport, Pennsylvania. While most of the rain had ended by Friday morning, high winds will stymie trekkers on Friday evening, with winds of 30 to 50 miles per hour over much of the Northeast. Orlando has built its reputation on transformation, turning imagination into infrastructure and growth into opportunity. But in an era of stronger, faster, and less predictable storms, growth now demands something more: resilience. Even in the hearts of the peninsula, far from the coasts that bear the brunt of hurricanes, Central Florida feels the fallout. Every major storm sends economic shock waves inland, raising insurance premiums, delaying construction, and testing the system that powers the region's growth. Florida has always lived with hurricanes, but the storms of the last decade are different. NOAA's report a sharp increase in Category 4 and 5 hurricane in the Atlantic, driven by warmer ocean temperatures. At the same time, rapid intensification when a storm's winds surge by 35 miles per hour or more in 24 hours has doubled since 1980. The trend reached new extremes in 2024 when Hurricane Milton winds intensified by 95 miles per hour in just 24 hours before slamming the Gulf Coast at 180 miles per hour. With that type of storm intensities come increased damage. Currently, NOAA's Geophysical Fluid Dynamic Laboratory is expecting damage from tropical storms and hurricanes to double every generation as coastal population expands and inflation drives up rebuilding costs. But it doesn't just impact the coast. We have seen when storms like Ian 2022 or Milton 2024 make landfall, the impacts ripple inland. Construction schedules tighten, supply chains strain, insurance costs soars. For Orlando's business community, resilience isn't about just surviving storms. It's about protecting economic momentum. When Hurricane Ian crossed the peninsula, it reached Central Florida as a tropical storm. Yet, it caused billions in damage. Neighborhoods flooded, power went out for days, and businesses faced weeks of lost productivity. That's all for now. For more weather news updates, stay tuned with us on It's Tomorrow News. For more global weather updates like this, subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon for regular updates.